So my friend Alex and I are going to be performing at various bars in the suburbs, in my town, Spring Hill, and also in Antioch, which is the ghetto outside of Nashville. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's gonna be good. Hopefully way better than performing for a bunch of stand-up comics that are on their phone the majority of the time. People don't understand that with the technology, the ends don't justify the means. Like, the term progress essentially means destruction. Destruction of our free will, destruction of our ability to create, our ability to reason. Because using technology that eventually will eliminate us is not reasonable. That's not something that a logical person would do. And maybe I've just been more logical than everybody in Western civilization because they didn't see this coming. It's like you think that all those movies that they made in the 80s were just movies, you know? The Twilight Zone was just a really good show. It's like everybody's such a sheep. It's so depressing to think about. Because everybody that I talk to, aside from like maybe 5 people, okay? 5. I talk to a lot of people. But it seems like all of them are some level of brainwashed. Whether they're brainwashed because of the technology, they're brainwashed because of identity politics, they're brainwashed because of everything that the media says. Whether it's shit on the left or shit on the right. They're brainwashed by the system. They're brainwashed by the institutions. They're brainwashed by this social hierarchy. So people that think that if you're in a particular position, that means that you're to be trusted more than other people. If you're in a particular position, that means that you do what you say you do. I mean, that's just silly anyway. It's like all these motherfuckers, they take everything at face value. They don't question it. It's like my parents are baby boomers. And they just don't question anything on the TV. If the media personnel say it, it's true. If their physician tells them to do something, by golly, they'll do it. Doesn't matter how good it is for them in the long run. I will say this, that nobody's talking about. One of the ways that they control us is through time, okay? So they can say, oh, well, you should do this because it would be better for you. But they've trained Americans to not think in the long term. They've trained them. Thanks for the turn signal, Water's Edge Pool Service. You fucking suck.
I know you try to block my
Can't even imagine like how inconsiderate of a swimmer they probably are in the neighborhood pool. Anyway, what was I talking about? I got distracted by the lack of turn signal. But I said something. Oh, time. Yeah, we're not taught how to think about the long term, especially when it comes to our chemicals, the chemicals in our bodies, and you know, I mean, think about it. Look at how obese everybody is. Obviously, we're not taught anything about health. Okay.
He heard my plea and came to see about me.
What the fuck, motherfucker? Why are you in the fast lane?
So if you push me down. He'll pick me up, and he'll stick by me when the going gets tough.
The man in my head is
I've got Jesus, and that's
yelling at me, but it's internalized.
well, he's a great emancipator in my heart.
'Cause he's like, what the fuck?
Jesus said, yes, he is.
You're in the fast lane and you don't drive fast enough. Oh, I'm gonna drive fast enough today because I'm already late for work. Not that that's anything special, but yeah. So if they don't teach you anything about how to preserve your physical health, then what use is any of the other information that they tell you? Because if your health isn't preserved, you're not going to be able to keep any of the wealth that you earn. You're not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Jesus, everybody's driving slow today, man. But anyway, it's like, why would you trust anything that they tell you, education-wise, if they're not educating you about how to take care of yourself? They just say, no, do this because all the other motherfuckers are doing this, and all those other motherfuckers don't read ingredients, so why should you read ingredients?